The Gatac Railen is the latest concept ship for Star Citizen. It's available to buy currently from $200, and it's a multi-crew alien cargo ship that focuses on commodities and smaller items, non-vehicular items basically, that can fit in its cargo pods. Although, if we're going to have larger commodity items, larger manufactured goods in the future, then maybe they won't be able to fit in some of these cargo pods, so sort of bear that in mind. But it's a maneuverable ship. It also has a tractor beam. It has good defense with a couple of manned turrets. We had a Q&A though, going over some of the benefits of the ship over other cargo haulers and exactly how the ship's going to work, and I'm going to summarize that here. If you want a deeper dive into the ship, I will link my ship buyer's guide for it down below. The Railen doesn't have a confirmed release date nor any work currently scheduled on the public roadmap. It is not in production, but this will obviously change in the future. Let's talk about its cargo and what it can haul, and the ship as a hauler, as it's its main focus. The current SCU, Standard Cargo Unit system, is based on rectangular dimensions. So, how are the new triangular cargo pods of the Railen going to work? They are bespoke to the Railen as far as we know at the moment. So, the triangular cargo pods of the Railen are actually fixed to the ship and not cargo containers themselves. They open to fit standard cargo items inside them. This also means they do not detach. As the pods themselves are part of the ship, they provide some protection, unlike the Hull series, where the pods themselves are open to the void. However, they offer nowhere near the amount of protection a fully enclosed cargo bay does, like a load of other ships have, like the Freelancer Max, for example. The Railen shields, though, do cover the cargo pods, so they are relatively well protected. Will it be possible to use the Railen's cargo pods at any cargo station? As standardized cargo units are contained within the pods, they are treated as normal by cargo stations, and the contents can be easily bought and sold. How do we physically fill and load the cargo pods? They are loaded like all other cargo ships by maneuvering the cargo into them by hand, tractor beam, or by hiring NPCs to load for you in the future. So we know that there's going to be times associated with the loading and unloading and all that sort of stuff in the future. Is it at all designed to carry a vehicle, even a rock or a ranger? It is not designed to accommodate a vehicle in a specific area. However, they do think players will find creative ways to get some vehicles, particularly the smaller ones, on board. I, however, would assume that it's not going to be able to carry sort of vehicles as cargo. It's only going to be able to carry smaller items that are fit in its cargo pods. So think commodities, think manufactured goods, and it will be interesting to see if they do in the future have larger sizes of manufactured goods that won't be able to fit in those cargo pods. I actually think that will probably be a thing at some point. Will it be able to pick up mining cargo pods from the Prospector and Mole? While not designed for this, given the tractor beam and cargo capacity, you'll be able to pick them up and transport them. Other ships are more suited to this role though. What will I actually be able to use that tractor beam for then? Well, the tractor beams on the cargo ship are primarily used to aid the loading and unloading of cargo. I wonder, though, if you can carry around a ground vehicle with the tractor beam if you wanted. That's a way of carrying a ground vehicle, maybe? Question mark. The fact it's a tractor beam as well, that should mean that it can do other things that tractor beams can do. Maybe you can assist in other gameplay loops that might require a tractor beam, or helping tow a ship, things like that at a pinch anyway. The Railen has quite large living quarters. Can we expect it to be a long-range hauler? Yes. For its size and capacity, the crew has plenty of onboard facilities to facilitate long-range hauling, though they didn't really explain whether it's got the sort of like component capacity and the ability to generate fuel easily and that sort of stuff for sort of long-range travel or fuel efficiency, that sort of stuff. So I assume the assumption is, yes, it will be pretty long-range. Why choose this ship over a Hull B or Freelancer Max? The Hull B carries more cargo for a lower price, and the Freelancer Max can carry rovers. When they have similar ships, or ships that fill similar roles, they don't want some ships to just be clearly superior in all ways. So there are lots of pluses and minuses to each of the ships within the sort of price category and range of the Railen. So the Hull B, the Freelancer Max, that sort of stuff. So the Hull B is a dedicated small crew cargo ship, and as such has much lower capacity for onboard living for its two crew, and favours cargo over firepower, which the Railen overcomes. The Max has the benefit of being able to carry vehicles, but the Railen has about twice the amount of cargo capacity as an upside. Obviously, the Max also has a fully enclosed cargo bay. let's take a look at its sort of maneuverability and engine-y type stuff. So can the Railen enter VTOL separately from landing mode, or are they linked as part of the transformation modes that the ship has? In concept, the engines rotate for VTOL as part of the landing mode, but as they enter production, they're going to evaluate whether it can independently rotate the engines for VTOL without transformation and keep enough force to remain maneuverable. How does the ship perform in terms of maneuvering then? Well, for its size and role, the Railen is more agile than expected due to its Xi'an thruster technology and placement along with its transformation abilities. So, well, I suppose it's exactly as agile as expected to be. CIG, it's a Xi'an ship. It's got Xi'an thrusters. I think this ship's going to be very useful for if you want to land planet-side, over landing at stations in orbit, so it's going to have that benefit that it can do that pretty quickly, land at outposts, land at those sort of facilities much more quickly and easily. Let's have a look at some of its component-based stuff. So what are shield emitters? So this is, I think, the first ship that listed shield emitters as a component, although all ships will have shield emitters. Shield emitters will be an item on all ships where the shield is physically projected from. Typically, but not exclusively, one emitter covers one face of the shield system. Shield generators are their own separate item and provide shield resource to maintain the overall shields. That does also mean that you can shoot and destroy shield emitters, pew 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 pew, and that will disable that shield facing, or that part of the ship that is covered by that emitter, the shield there. But if you destroyed all of the shield generators, for example, on a ship, well, they wouldn't have any shields anyway. So it's going to be interesting what you decide to target and sub-target and all that sort of stuff in the future, especially on these larger ships, to work out what are you going to do, how are you going to take them down, are you attritioning them, are you going to target their weapons or their power plants, or what? Can the turrets be slaved to the pilot with AI blades in the future? Like all turrets, CIG said, they'll support slaving them to the pilot with the use of blades. However, they'll be locked forward, so of relatively limited use. Solo players might be better hiring NPCs to man them for better coverage. So it's good to know that Cloud Imperium said here, like all turrets. So it seems like that might be the current thinking. I was assuming not all turrets would be able to do that, and it would be based on if you've got the sort of computer slots, if it's certain types of turrets. But maybe it's going to be all. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Maybe that was a misspeak by Cloud Imperium, because I wouldn't expect all turrets to be able to do that. That seems mad. Or maybe I'm wrong. What happens to the ship's gravlev and fast build consoles and systems when the power goes out? Because we've seen the Xi'an tech, it sort of builds them in front of you and all that sort of stuff. All the systems return to a default state when the power goes out and become inoperable until power is restored. It does not fall apart though. Boom! That was it for the Q&A for the Railen. If you're after a medium multi-crew cargo hauler that focuses on smaller items and commodities, and you like the Xi'an look, and then the Railen might be for you. But what do you think? Have I interchanged the name Railen with Railen multiple times? Are they... Well, how is it pronounced? I don't know. Which one? Do you like the ship? Do you hate it? Do you think there are better cargo haulers? Do you think that all turrets are going to be able to use AI blades to be able to be slaved to fire forwards? So does that mean I can run the Hurricane like that with its big turret, pew pew pew, firing forwards? Does that mean I can run a Javelin like that? Although I don't think they've got enough sort of angle to be able to all point forwards. Do you think we're going to eventually see larger manufactured goods that won't fit in the sort of cargo pods of the Railen? If you're a cargo hauler yourself but you don't like the Railen, what cargo ship do you prefer? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Oh, what's this? I just found all your search history online. You filthy boy, buying spaceships and going on Ship Hub. Zin, show a picture of a sexy ship or something. You should have used NordVPN. It's a VPN, obviously, and it has my seal of approval because I shill for them. Use the links below to get a discount and help protect your data, identity, privacy, and to help with online accessibility. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and June is no different. We are giving away a Mercury Star Runner to one lucky viewer that comments on one of my videos made during June on the YouTubes. Just get involved in the comment section, ask a question, or tell me what you think about the video or the subject we were discussing. Thank you so much to my channel members who have pressed the join button below my videos and my Patreons as well. Going the extra mile really helps the channel. Say thanks for helping the channel, Zin.
Thanks for helping the channel, Zin.
Consider becoming a channel member or Patreon as well, and maybe you'll get some poorly photoshopped naughty spaceship shots. Ooh, saucy. Thanks for watching and all your support.